and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Stacy. Now today's video is going to be a book haul. Now the interesting part about this book haul is that, it is February of 2019, but this book haul is actually from August and September of last year. That's how far behind I am in filming my videos. I just got crazy busy last year with work and I couldn't keep up with all my videos. So what happened was anytime I get an order of books in, I usually put them in a pile in my room here, and I have them sorted out by month. So then when it comes time to filming, I can tell you which month I purchased them in. Now what happened with me being so far behind is they just kept piling up and piling up. I'm gonna try and throw a picture there so I can show you how out of control it got. There's a good chunk of my room that I can't even move around in because there are so many boxes of books. But the next book hauls I do, I'm just gonna go through them like rapid fire. I'm not even gonna try and explain anything. I simply picked them up because of watching a year's worth of Booktube. You have a lot of people recommend some really good books, and then when you see them, you pick them up without really remembering what they're about. So yeah, we're gonna try and go through this as quick as I can, or else I'm never gonna get to these book hauls and they're just gonna sit in a corner in the room. And to be honest, I don't want that. I want them on my bookshelf so I know what I have. So really what I want to do is I want to get this room organized. I want all my books on the shelf, and then my next project will be organizing my bookshelves, but that's a whole nother topic. So anyways, these books I said were from August and September. I believe it's over 60 of them. Some of them I got from Book Outlet. Some of them I got from book sales. Some of them I got from Goodwill. I have 3 boxes from Book Outlet. I'm not even going to attempt to try and lift them to show you. I have a big tote bag here of books that I got from a book sale. And then I just have a bunch here of assorted books that I got from wherever. Right there. That's heavy. Why did I try that? I will apologize if you don't like how fast I go through these and I don't explain them. I'm sorry. I want to get these filmed and I just want to get these books on my shelf. The first 3 books I have to show you I got from a library book sale. And the first one is Blood Red Road. Basically all these books I picked up because somebody said on Booktube it was really good. Not a very good reason to buy a book, but what the heck, I'm addicted, so yep, here we are. The next one here is Hunting Fear. I had never read a book by this author, so I thought I'd try it. Perfect opportunity to. Then I have one here by Iris Johansen, and it's called Hideaway. I used to read a lot of Iris Johansen. I haven't recently, but I thought, what the heck, I'll try and get back into it again. And the next 4 I have here, I actually purchased from Chapters. Okay, and the first one I have here is called Every Falling Star. And this is, it says here, the true story of how I survived and escaped North Korea. Okay, so next I have They Cage the Animals at Night, which is one of my favorite books of all time. And it says here, the true story of an abandoned child's struggle for emotional survival. It's just basically about a boy who's in foster care and he kind of bounces around to all these different families and they just treat him horribly. Okay, next I picked up Water for Elephants. Now I have read this one already. I loved it and for some reason I got rid of it, so I wanted to read it again, so I picked it up. Okay, the next one I have here is quite the chunker. I wasn't expecting it, and that is called The Black Witch. Now I heard some people say there's a bunch of controversy. Now I did hear some people say there's a bunch of controversy. That's a mouthful for me. I can't say it. You know what I mean. That's what made me pick up the book. So, okay, the next 3 I have here I got from my local used bookstore. I picked up Doris Claiborne. This is by Stephen King. I just recently started to get back into reading Stephen King. I saw this one there. I think it was only $6. So I thought, what the heck? Okay, and I also got The Girl Before. This is a thriller. I've heard a lot of good reviews on it. The next one I have here, I was actually really surprised to see it there. This used bookstore doesn't usually have a lot of, there's like a lot of thrillers there, a lot of romance novels. So I was pretty excited when I saw Strange the Dreamer. And the price on this was only $4. So I'm like, yep, gotta pick that baby up. The next 4 here I picked up from Goodwill. I love the prices they have there. Most of these are either $2 or $3, and you know, I can't say no to the price like that. Okay, so the next book I picked up is called The Raven Boys. And obviously, because I just picked this up, I haven't read any of the books in this series, but everybody talks about it, so I gotta see what all the hype's about. Okay, next is Entwined with You by Sylvia Day. I actually had somebody recommend these books to me. I believe there's 4 or 5 in a series. I can't remember, but it was somebody who recommended it to me way before I started my channel, and I'm just finally getting around to picking them up. I mean, $2, what the heck, I'll try it. I don't even know what book this is in the series. And then I picked up The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. Oh, this next one I heard a lot of great things about. Obviously, I've heard great things about all of these, that's why I picked them up. Anyways, I heard really good things about this one. And it is called Little Bee. Anyways, the next one I have to show you is, it's all in a tote bag. Right here, huge. Anyways, for these books, it's basically one of those sales. To be honest, I didn't know they existed until last year. But you pick up what you want, and then like there's no set prices for the books. You just donate whatever you want, which I mean could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I always worry that I'm not going to donate enough, so I don't know. Okay, the first one I picked up, I had the intentions of reading it this Christmas, but it just never happened, and that's Christmas Under the Stars by Karen White. And this is a chunker. Like, this baby is long. It's not like the print's very big. She's a chunker of a book. And the next book I picked up is called City of Bones, and I simply picked this up because of all the talk and all the hype around it. Everybody says how good it is, so I thought I would pick up the first book in the series and see if I like it before I picked up any of the others. So hopefully I can get to this one soon. And next I picked up The Alice Network. Okay, and then I picked up Bared to You by Sylvia Day. Okay, so this one goes along with the other one I had picked up earlier, and that is called Entwined with You. I'm pretty sure this is the first one. I could be wrong. You know, somebody correct me if I am. But yeah, so I'm happy that I got at least 2 in the series so far. And I also picked up Here's to Us. I know this is a really popular author because I see her books around all over the place, so I thought I'd pick it up and give it a try. And I also picked up It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover because, you know, if you watch any of my other videos, I'm trying to collect all her books. I haven't read a single one, but I'm trying to collect all her books. Does that make any sense? None whatsoever, but... And I also was able to pick up Glass Houses, and this is by Louise Penny. So the next one I have here, I just found out that it's an ARC, which I didn't realize that when I picked it up, but it's The Shining Girls. So the next ones I picked up are part of a series, and I don't know if I should have picked them up or not. I don't even know if I'm gonna like this series. That's what happens when you say, here, take all the books you want for whatever amount of money you're gonna want to pay for them. Gets you in trouble every time. So anyways, I have Heartless, and then I also have Killer, and this one is by Sarah Shepard, and I believe they are part of the Pretty Little Liars series. Okay, and next I have Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. Now, I picked this one up simply because I had somebody recommend to me that this is really good on audiobook, so that's why I bought the book. Like, that makes a whole lot of sense. But anyways, I picked up the book instead, and I guess we'll just see how it goes. And I also picked up another Iris Johansen book, and that is called Look Behind You. Okay, so the next 2 books here are by John Green. I had read The Fault in Our Stars, and I really enjoyed that. So hopefully I enjoy these ones. The first one is An Abundance of Catherines. And the next one is Will Grayson. And we're almost done with the tote bag here. I picked up A Blue Moon, which is the second book to, oh crap, what's the first one called? Oh, it's right on the back. First book in the series is called Evermore. I kind of liked it, so I thought I'd carry on with the series and we'll just see how it goes from there. And then I did something stupid. I would watch these booktubers and, you know, they'd buy a book and they're like, oh, well, I just realized that I have 2 of this copy. I'm like, how do you not know what books you have? Right? How can you not remember? Well, guess what I did? I picked up Second Chance by James Patterson. I already own this book. Okay, so now we are on to the 3 boxes from Book Outlet. And to be honest, I can't remember what's in these boxes, so it's going to be a big surprise for me as well. And the first book I have to show you is called Fangirl, and obviously by Rainbow Rowell. And this one happens to be the exclusive collector's edition. So it has some really neat end pages. Just has the little design on the front, and then the end pages in the back. And then the feature that I think every book should have is the little bookmark ribbon thing. The next one I picked up is called Copycat, and I'm pretty sure this is a thriller. Okay, and next I have Daughter of the Siren Daughter. Does that make any sense? I have Daughter of the Siren Queen. So late last year I had read Daughter of the Pirate King, and I really enjoyed that. I ended up giving it 5 stars. So when I saw that Book Outlet had the second book in the duology or series, I don't know, I had to pick it up right away. Okay, and the next one I picked up is In the Woods, and this is by Tana French. Okay, I'm really embarrassed to say this, but I don't think I can pronounce the title of the next book, so I'm just gonna hold it up. The Last Something, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, the next one I picked up here, I actually got a really good deal on it. I think it was only a couple dollars. I had actually wanted it since it was first released. I don't know, I wasn't gonna pay the full price, which is $31 Canadian. That's still pretty expensive in US funds, $25. Either way, I wasn't gonna pay either of those prices. So when I saw it for a couple dollars, I'm like, yep, okay, I'm in. And that is Girl in the Woods. And I believe this is a memoir. So it says here, on my second night of college, I was raped, shattered and alone. I fled to the Mexican border and headed north through 26,050 miles of desert and mountains to Canada, walking the height of America in search of home. This is the story of how my recklessness became my salvation. And next I have The Call, which I have been wanting to get forever. I just know that it's something to do with, it says you have 3 minutes to save your life. And next I have 5 Days Left. The only thing I can remember about this book, I haven't seen anybody talk about this book on YouTube. It has something to do with, I don't know if it's his father and the son and they only have 5 days left together before he has to leave. And then I think there's another person and they only have 5 more days left till they die. I don't know, maybe I'm making shit up. Anyways, something like that. Okay, so the next one I have to show you here is Little Monsters by Kara Thomas. Now I have read this one already and I did enjoy it. I think I ended up giving it 4 stars. So the next one I have here is a Christmas book, which I also intended on reading this Christmas, but it never happened. This was back in the months where I started collecting all these Christmas books so that I had plenty to read for Christmas, and I obviously had too many because I couldn't get to them all. And this is called Christmas Bliss, and this is by Mary Kay Andrews. And next I have Shooter, and it just says here, a lockdown catches 5 grade 12 students by surprise and throws them together in an unlocked boys' washroom. Okay, so the next one I have here is A Million Junes, and this is by Emily Henry. Beautiful cover. Okay, and then the next I have The Heart Between Us, and hopefully you can see that okay. Now, when I read the description on this book, I thought it sounded absolutely amazing. Obviously now I can't remember what it's about, but it has something to do with a heart transplant, and I think it's going to be one of those stories that you might want to have a box of Kleenex handy. And next I have Flawless. So this kind of goes along with those other books I showed earlier. They're somewhere down here. I'm not even going to try and find them, but they go along with the Pretty Little Liars series. And then I decided to pick up The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I have never read this before. I have watched the movie several times. I love the movie, so I thought, what the heck, let's pick up the book, let's give it a try, let's see if it's better than the movie, because it always is. And the next one I picked up is called It's Not Summer Without You, and this is by Jenny Han. When I had ordered this one on Book Outlet, it was supposed to be the book that matches this cover. And this is the one I got instead. So I'm not a happy camper that they don't match. I'm very, very picky about that. But I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to read them first and see if I like them. If I don't, then there's really nothing to worry about, right? Okay, and next I have Dare Mighty Things. And another book that's gotten a lot of hype on Booktube is The Chaos of Standing Still. There is just something about this cover that just draws me right in. I love it. Maybe it's the color. Like, this color is like my favorite. Guess what, guys? We're on to the final box. And to be honest, I didn't think we were gonna make it. I mean, I'm not even describing what these books are about, and it's still taking a long time to film. I'm actually curious to how many of you have actually made it this far. How many of you have actually put up with me? Okay, so we're on to the last box now. Okay, and the first one I have here is Beautiful Broken Hearts. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on this, so I'm glad I didn't pay full price for it in case I don't like it. And the next one here is called Kiss Me First. I have no idea what this one is about. I haven't heard anybody talk about it before on Booktube. I think it was one of those things where it was like only a couple dollars and I needed it to get to my free shipping. Okay, and next I have The Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane. I've heard a lot of great reviews on this one, so obviously I'm going to pick it up. I mean, you guys could all be lying to me and saying these books are all great, and they actually suck. I just spent all my money for no reason. Okay, so the next book I have is Force of Nature by Jane Harper. I have the first book, which is called The Dry. Have not read it. I heard that they're both really good. And I think as I'm speaking right now, the third book has actually just been released, so I need to get my butt in gear and read some books. Okay, so the next book I have to show you is called Dreaming in Chocolate. Now, I heard another booktuber talk about this, and they read the description on it on Goodreads, and it sounded really good. And we're on to the last two books. I'm sure you guys are excited. This has been a never-ending video. Even though I don't describe anything, it just seems to go on and on because, you know, your girl has no control over how many books she buys. I put myself on a book buying ban. Lasted 2 weeks. So the first one here is called The Nightingale. We've all heard the amazing reviews on this book. I don't need to hype it up even more. We know it's all good. Okay, the other one I have here is also by Kristen Hanna, and it is called The Great Alone. And I was super excited when I saw this on Book Outlet, and when I got it in the mail and saw this, I was so disappointed. I was so upset. Obviously, I contacted Book Outlet, and at first they were only going to give me, I don't know, I think it was like 25% off. And I'm like, no, if I was willing to spend the money on a scratch and dent, then I would have. I paid your bargain price, whatever it's called, with the hopes that I was going to get a book that was in good condition. So I kind of fought them a little bit on this one. They ended up giving it to me for 50% off. I mean, it still doesn't change the fact that it was damaged on the inside. And you know what? I'm a very, very picky, fussy person when it comes to the conditions of my books. So those are all the books that I have to show you for this book haul. Prepare yourself because I have at least 3 other ones, which, you know what? I think there is some from November, December that are just, I think I got more than 60 books. I have no self-control. I just want them all. Send me all the books and I'd be happy. No, I wouldn't be happy because they keep printing more and stop coming out with new books. Problem solved. So anyways, yep, those are all the books. Watch out for more of my book hauls because like I said, I have 3 or 4 more to come. Gotta get this girl caught up. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, happy reading. Bye!